Oh, as always, flowing from the Bible scrolls, I am your gracious host, Mr. Bobby Shades, and this is Bridget Fields. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Interracial Relationships. Let's go. So, family, this is a gentleman. He's very prominent. He has his own platform. I'm not going to mention his name. It's not the case and the cause for this discussion. But he talked about interracial relationships. And he made reference to the fact that when a man of color, a black man, gets into an interracial relationship, he loses his identity. And that because women live longer than men, that whatever assets that he's obtained throughout his life, if he did well for himself, that because women live longer, he will die and he will leave it to her, and it'll go right back into the coffers of white existence, white lineage. And I question that. I really do truly question that, because we have some very fine black people that are part of a biracial product existence. Halle Berry, Keanu Reeves, can't remember her name. Quincy Jones's daughter. Her mother is she passed on. Peggy Lipton. Barack Obama. Do we delete those individuals? Robin Thicke's wife. I'm going to make this one short because I don't know where to go with this one. I have a hard time for someone telling me who and what I should love, date, be part of in my life, so forth and so on. In my humble opinion, the powers that be create a divide. They create a divide. The best way to control a people is to divide them, make them fight amongst themselves. Now, I'm not going to say that the history of white people has not bode well for black people. But the truth of the matter is that the history of black people has been... We've been hated and hunted across the planet. Now, we all talk about Hitler. Hitler did this atrocity, this, that, and the third. Oh, my God. Do you know who was worse than Hitler? King Leopold. He used to cut off the hands, and there are photos of many blacks in Brussels and countries that King Leopold was in control of. India has zero interest in blacks. Many of them to this day are part of the slave trade. They are sold into slavery. You have black countries that annihilate their own people because a puppet master, whatever his origin is, outside of being a black person, will say, I will give you this amount of people up because I need that area, kill all the women and children. I was recently told, all white people are racist. My response was, everybody is racist given the opportunity. Everybody. There are certain people that are racist 24/7. They stay. And see, that kills me. Especially white supremacists. You're racist 24/7. Yet the very thing that you want to separate from is the very thing that's on your mind presently. I have zero problem with a person who's a white separatist. You want to be with your own? Cool. As many blacks want to be with their own. The black experience has been dealt a horrible hand from day one. No. The black experience, the first existence of man scientifically is a black person. It is a person of color. More than likely originating from Africa, the motherland. But throughout history, our existence has been whitewashed. I don't mean that as a pun, but I kind of sort of do at the same time. Historically, biblically, in every aspect. I mentioned King Leopold. Why wasn't he given that much attention as that of, unless you're from that area, so you know the history there, as that of Hitler? Because it was white as opposed to black. So even the existence of where Hitler killed, 6 million people? King Leopold killed 10 million people. Slaughtered 10 million. And for those that survived, their ancestors, and some maybe, probably still alive, have their hands, legs, feet chopped off. This individual that made that claim, I can't say for his ideology he's wrong. But you love who you love, who you love. You care for who you care for, who you care for. You like for who you like, for who you like. Thurgood Marshall was a attorney, judge, Supreme Court judge, who fought for the rights and the justices, especially during a period of racism in that period of time. And his right-hand man was a white man, a Jewish man. Did what he had gone through, did that stop him? No. Barack Obama has a white mother, yet he has a beautiful black wife and beautiful black children. Did that strip him of his identity? He kowtowed to the whites when he was president? No. He kowtowed to individuals on both sides of the aisle that gave him a hard time because he was trying to bring both parties together. It was evident in his discussions. And he fought every step of the way. Some people, he was arrogant. Well, he had to be. Because even those in his inner circle gave him a hard time. The powers that be, the puppet masters, it's very easy to create this divide. It's very easy to point fingers. Oh, white people this, oh, black people that. I take one person at a time. Will I say, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. Have I said, these white people, I've said that. I'm going to be a hypocrite. Do I truly believe in the doctrine of what I'm saying with that? No. It's just that for the sake of conversation at that given time, at that moment, it called for that. I'm not here to preach, don't love your color, don't love your existence. I've heard many a black woman say, I love my black man. You should. But if you happen to come and you meet somebody else, a Latino, even a white guy, love him. It's your only life. It's your only life. That comment of all white people are racists. As I stated, my rebuttal was, but given at any given time in anyone's life, they have been racist, whether outwardly or a passing thought. You work someplace and shit, I've been racist across my own people. How many times, I see these youths who are lost and wayward and reckless and I'm like, look at these niggas. Make it look bad for all of us. But again, the powers that be create this divide. It is not by accident. When you turn on the news, there is always a crime and there's always a black person. I think one time throughout the year I saw one white person, and I'm not talking a white collar crime either. There's always a black person. Yet, interestingly enough, Michael Eric Dyson, fantastic teacher, professor, studier of the black experience, said black crime is 92%, whatever it is. He said black on black crime. He said and white on white crime is 88%. It's only a 4% difference. You go to the Midwest, where it's purely white, and they got meth labs. They got crime all over the place. But it's easier to put the face of black because then laws are created. Then the boogeyman, the black boogeyman, has to be put in his place and incarcerated. So it's easier to go for the weaker link. And that is the black experience, the black what have you. It's much more easier to do that. How many cops, with the exception of maybe one cop I seen on YouTube, who blamed the white guy? No, two cops. He's blaming everybody. Everybody had drugs. Everybody was going to jail until they was like, wait a second, this guy keeps pulling off people all the time, and they all have drugs on them? Nah, something's wrong. He just wanted to get noted and get another, I don't know, high pay grade, and get these accolades that he's cleaning up crime when he's the one planting the damn thing. That's the part that killed me. He was planting drugs. But overall, we all know, we've heard many times. I just did a paper, for those of you that do not know, I'm in school, on wrongful conviction. And truth be told, the majority of people wrongfully convicted are black. I know I'm kind of going off, because I'm trying to make a claim that, yeah, what this individual said for his platform, for his belief, makes sense. I'm not knocking it. But on the other side of the aisle, we're all one. We're all one. Some people say, oh, a black man will go with a white woman because she's very docile. You know, I was asked, because I dated white, I've been around whites. What's the difference between a black woman and a white woman? Honestly, nothing. I don't find a difference. A woman is going to be a woman, is going to be a woman, is going to be a woman. Now, culturally, I think the only culture that I have come across, experienced, that is docile, but even then, I've seen, because times change, is the Asian community. The women are a bit more docile. But I've seen a wife find out that her husband was with another woman and threw some gasoline on her and burned her up. I was like, wow. So that docile existence went out the window at that moment. Care for who you care for. Love who you love. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. If you have a preference, you have a preference. Quincy Jones had a preference. He had a specific preference. He just didn't like white women. He liked blonde, blue-eyed white women. But you know what? He has given back 1,000,000 times over to many blacks, helped many black businesses, helped many black artists, and brought out black music. Prince. He himself. You know what also kills me? Some of these individuals that tout this, you know, because if you go with a white woman, those are the same women that are sneaking behind and it's like, listen, don't tell nobody about this. And that's the truth. Does it bode well for the black woman? Of course not. And that's a whole nother conversation. because they're the ones primarily that are suffering. You have a new group of men called passport brothers. They want to stay within the context of being with a woman of color, but they want to travel to another country. They feel that the energy there is different, that they feel more of a man being in that environment of a woman of color in the Western Hemisphere. One dude came out and said, Dominican guy, he said, if you the same ugly motherfucker that's broke in America, you're gonna be the same ugly motherfucker that's broke in Dominican Republic or wherever you go. The only difference is she may be kind to you. For a great many of them, she's taking your money in the process of it. Should interracial exists? I think it's up to each individual. I really do. I'm not here to knock for those that do not believe that it should exist. I just say, if what your preference is what your preference is, if who you love is who you love, is who you care for, then let it be. It's your only life. Anyway, family, that's all I have for you today. A bit long. I said I was going to make it short, but anyway. Let us give thanks and praise that we are 6 feet above ground and not below, and that those in our inner circle are in the same vein. I am your gracious host, Mr. Bobby Shades. Please like, share, and subscribe this channel. Tell a friend. Anyway, guys, be safe out there. See you.